तो पहला चालू करेंगे वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम. सो तुमको आइडिया है वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम? व्हाट इज वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम?
No.
ओके. सो वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम इज बेसिकली जैसे अर्लियर आई एसोसिएटेड कि वर्क डन इज कनेक्टेड विद एनर्जी ऑफ द बॉडी, है ना?
Hmm.
And we knew कि work done positive means that we are giving the body energy, and work done negative means that we are extracting energy from the body. So
Yeah.
it is along the similar lines that we would be associating work with energy, but
Hmm.
before that we need to know something known as kinetic energy. So kinetic energy तो
Okay.
पता होगा I guess, है ना?
Yep. Half mv square.
Yep, it is half mv square, and it is only um, present when there is motion,
Yep.
right? And it is a scalar quantity, obviously.
Hmm.
So I have a question for you. Does kinetic energy depend upon the frame of reference?
Depend upon
The frame of reference.
frame of reference. Okay.
Yani ki if there is a body, if there is a bus that is moving with velocity v, and there are two person present in it, one is A, another one is B, and there is another observer C that is present on the ground.
Hmm.
So according to according to A, the kinetic energy of B would be zero, since he would not be moving with respect to with respect to A.
Hmm.
And kinetic energy of B with respect to C
Hmm.
would be equal to half mv square.
Hmm.
So matlab, clearly there is a discrepancy, like we
Yeah.
are getting two values. So which one is correct?
The second one.
The second one, that
Yep.
this they are both correct.
Okay.
So I mean kinetic energy does depend upon the frame of reference. This is true.
Hmm.
And the biggest
Okay.
hint was that kinetic energy is
Lost.
present only when there is motion, and
Huh.
motion is relative, right?
Yeah.
So
Got it.
that is why. तो ये भी मतलब आई गेस पूछ सकता है कोई, एक दो मार्क्स का आई
Hmm.
गेस. So
Okay.
पता होना चाहिए. Okay, so
Hmm.
since we know what is kinetic energy, then we come to work energy theorem.
Hmm.
What does work energy theorem says? It says that the total work done by all the forces, I put an emphasis on all the forces,
Hmm.
on a body is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the body. So the total work done by all the forces on a body is equal to the change in kinetic energy of the body. And all the forces comprises of the conservative forces,
Hmm.
है ना? That includes gravity or spring force or elastic force or electrostatic force or whatever, and non-conservative forces as well.
Hmm.
Okay.
Got it.
It also includes the internal and the external forces, everything.
Got it. Fine.
Okay, so how to get an intuition of it? So suppose जैसे initially there was a point mass, and it was kept at
Hmm.
rest, and you started applying a force F on it.
Yeah.
Right? After some time, you would find that it acquires some velocity v, right? And it
Hmm.
starts moving basically. So what is basically happening? You are doing work on the body, work on the object, right? You are doing
Yeah.
positive work since the force and the displacement direction are the same basically. So
Yeah.
positive work is being done,
Hmm.
and that is reflected upon by the kinetic energy of the body increasing, since it was initially at rest, now it is moving with velocity v. So kinetic energy is increasing
Yep.
and positive work is being done. So there is clearly an association, right? If there
Yeah.
is positive work, then kinetic energy is increasing. And similarly, if the body was initially moving with velocity v and you applied a force in the opposite direction, right? What you'd find, it moves with a velocity u now, which is less than v, right? Since force is in opposite direction, and you see force and displacement are in opposite direction, so negative work was being done.
Yeah.
That resulted in kinetic energy of the body getting decreased. So again, we see
Yeah.
that positive work is associated with energy increase, and negative work is getting associated with energy getting decreased, right? So to put it more formally in a mathematical form, we can say what work energy theorem says. Work energy theorem, I write it as this. So what it says, that work done by conservative forces plus work done by non-conservative forces plus work done by internal forces plus work done by external forces plus whatever forces there are, all the work is equals to delta ke, where delta k is ke final minus ke initial, right?
Yeah.
Or you can do,
Got it.
or you can write it as w all forces equals to delta ke. Or if you want to write it in a differential form, you can write it as dw all forces is equals to dke. Okay,
Got it.
so far so good.
Yep.
अब many a time CBSE asks कि इसका proof क्या है, what is the proof? So proof of work energy theorem. So we know work is equals to integral of f dx. We are working with a more general form where force may be variable or constant. We don't know that. And the limits are from x1 to x2, right?
Yep.
So what is force? Ma.
Yeah.
And what is a? V dv by dx.
Yep.
अब dx से dx cancel हो गया. Then we are left with v mv dv from v initial to v final. That is mv square by 2 from initial to final. And you know that this is half mv square basically. That is the change in kinetic energy.
Yep.
And nowhere we have assumed that there is a single force. We have assumed F, that may be resultant of all the forces that may be acting on the body, right?
Got it. Yeah.
So it's easy. We can prove it. So, Mala, what is the utility of work energy theorem? So basically, what we have worked till now was something like, always whenever we wanted to find what is the work done, we used to do F dot ds or some other form of this formula, right? Either integral or any other form. But now we also know that work done by all the forces is equals to delta Ke. This is from work energy theorem. So what might be the usefulness of this? So I mean, we might know what may be the forces that are acting, but we might know what is the displacement. Instead, we might know what is the velocity change. So then
Yeah.
also we can find out what is the work done, right? Or we might know what is the work done by all the forces. We might know which forces are acting, but we might not know the value of them. We might know the change in kinetic energy. We might know the displacement. So from that we can find out what is the force, right?
Yeah.
So basically there are some applications that we will see in the following examples. Now we will be only dealing with example in work energy theorem because this is a mathematical portion.
Okay.
Okay. So suppose karo there is a body that has a mass of 2 kgs, है ना? It is acted upon by a force such that the velocity time graph of that object is something like this. This is 2 seconds. This is 10 meters per second, right?
Yeah.
So it is asked that what is the work done by the force. Now you see there is no information about what is the force acting on it, what is the displacement of the object, but still you are asked what is the work done. So in that case, you cannot use F is equals to Oh, W is equals to F dot S. Here instead what you will do, you are told that there is a force, right? So there is
Yeah.
only one force acting on it. That much is clear.
Yep.
And we know work done by force, that force would be equal to either F dot ds, F dot S. Since we do not know F, so we cannot use that formula. Then we would
Hmm.
use the work energy theorem approach that says work done by force is equals to delta K. And we know the
Yeah.
velocity time graph of that object. Final velocity is 0.
Yep.
So final kinetic energy would be 0, right?
Yep.
Minus half mv square. And initial velocity is 10.
Hmm.
This would come out to be minus 100 joules.
Okay.
सही है?
Got
अब
it.
अब
Yeah.
एक ट्राई करो तुम. Suppose
Okay.
again mass is 1 kg is now,
Hmm.
and it is acted by some forces, it might not be one, such that its displacement is given by 2t square minus 2t plus 10. Okay, then
Hmm.
you'd have to find the work done by all the forces in 0 to 2 seconds.
Okay. Eight joules.
16 आ रहा है, 8 कहाँ से आया? तुमने क्या किया? What was the approach?
1 second. 8. Now I'm getting 32. Okay. See, velocity is 40 minus 2.
हाँ, right. Velocity
Okay.
would be 40 minus 2.
So at 0 seconds, it's minus 2. And at, what is the other thing? 2 seconds, it's 6.
0 seconds it's
Minus
minus
2.
2, and 2 seconds it's 6.
6.
हाँ.
So 6 minus minus 2. 8.
No, 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 no. रुको. Work done by all the forces is change in kinetic energy, right?
So half m into
हाँ.
v2 minus v1 whole square.
Half m. No, no, no. It would be half m v2 square minus half m v1 square. This
So
is
that's what,
final
right?
kinetic. हाँ.
So half m common le lo.
Half
v2
m
minus.
common data. v2 minus
Oh.
v1 times v2 plus v1 होगा.
Okay, okay. Yep. So, okay.
So you'd get 16 आ जाएगा तुम्हारा. I guess it won't be a problem. एक बार फिर भी कर लो.
Yeah, it's 16. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 joules. Fine.
तो ये एक अप्रोच था, राइट? कि वर्क डन
Hmm.
बाय फोर्सेस यू कैन कैलकुलेट एज डेल्टा के ई.
Yep.
You might have opted to use f.s, sorry, not f.ds.
But then I have to find A also.
So a would be the
So
derivative of v, right?
yeah.
Time derivative of v. So that would come out to be 4.
Uh,
And
yeah, 4.
you know the
Hmm.
mass, so you know the force. The F resultant would be around, that would be 4 Newton. MA. M is 1 kgs.
Okay. Ha. Yeah, 4
है ना?
Newton. Then we need to find delta S.
Yep.
Okay.
And delta S is, how much would be delta S? Since
So
forces come out
initial
to be
is,
constant, right?
yeah, so initial is 10. Final will be 2 to 8 minus 4 plus 10. 14. 10 to 14. 4.
Yep. So delta S would have been 4 and force is
Hmm.
4. So F dot
4.
S, that would have been again 16, right? तो दोनों सही
Got
है.
it.
But you
Hmm.
see, इसमें डेल्टा के वाला अप्रोच इज मच इजियर, राइट? तुमको
Yeah,
दोबारा नहीं करना है. यू डोंट हैव टू डू दैट मच कैलकुलेशन.
exactly. Yeah.
सो ठीक है. नाउ
Hmm.
अगेन ए क्वेश्चन की a body is acted upon by a force such
Hmm.
that its distance is related with time as t is equals to root x plus 3. Okay. Now you
Okay.
would have to find work done by this force in 0 to 6 seconds.
Hmm. What about the mass?
ट्राई करो. माइट भी, मतलब क्योंकि क्वेश्चन मैंने दिया तो इट माइट बी पॉसिबल दैट यू वोंट बी रिक्वायरिंग मास. ओके, सो मास नहीं दिया, सो व्हाट वुड बी योर गेस कि क्या आंसर होना चाहिए?
That's what I'm thinking.
It would be something if mass isn't given, so it might not be something. uh, it wouldn't be in terms of mass, that I can tell you. ट्राई
Then
कर लो
there's no other formula.
ना. जो मैंने पढ़ा है अभी तक सिर्फ वही यूज होएगा. देयर इज नथिंग एल्स दैट यू वुड रिक्वायर. ट्राई करो.
Hmm. Yeah. Zero.
हाँ,
Okay.
तो ये चीज ध्यान रखना, मतलब हो सकता है अगर मास ना
Hmm.
दिया हो ना, तो द आंसर माइट बी जीरो, क्योंकि मैंने खुद देखे बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन इन विच दिस इज द केस.
Hmm.
बिकॉज मास इज रिक्वायर्ड टू फाइंड द वर्क डन, राइट? इन
Yeah.
एनी फॉर्म. सो
Hmm.
ओके. हाँ, तो व्हाट वाज द सिंपल, व्हाट वाज द आउटकम ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? जैसे यू वुड हैव फाउंड कि तुम्हारा वेलोसिटी इनिशियली और फाइनली इज -6, और मतलब बेसिकली देयर इज साइन चेंज इन वेलोसिटी, राइट?
I just put like t is equal to 0. From there, I got x as 9. Then if I put t is equal to 6, I got x as 9. So delta s is 0. So,
ओ, ओके ओके. ओके ओके, हाँ सही बात है. बट हाँ, तो अगर वैसे भी निकालोगे ना, इफ यू
hmm,
फाइंड कि द व्हाट वुड बी द फॉर्म ऑफ v, so t
hmm,
minus 3 squared is x and dx by dt is v, that is
hmm,
2 times t minus 3, and at
hmm,
t is equals to 0 it's -6.
hmm.
Ah, there is a sign change. Okay. and at t is equals to 6, it's plus 6.
Hmm.
And if you calculate the delta ke, then that would be
Yeah.
half m minus 6 squared minus half m 6 squared, right?
Hmm. Got it.
So there is an important thing that I wanted to talk about in this. Ki if
Hmm.
the speed of the object, the speed of the body doesn't change, है ना?
Hmm.
Then the work done by all the forces is zero. Velocity change हो सकता है, but अगर speed change नहीं हो रहा है, then work done is zero.
Got it. Okay.
अब ओके, हाँ, अब सपोज करो mass is 2 kgs,
Hmm.
velocity is given as alpha times root x, then you are asked work done by all the forces from x equals to 0 to x equals to b.
Hmm. What is root of 0? 0.
हाँ, under root
Okay.
of 0 would be 0, 0 squared would be 0.
Alpha square b
Hmm.
joules
Hmm.
probably.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
अब again,
Hmm.
this is an interesting question. अब suppose करो there is a, हाँ, so there is a pendulum, ठीक है, this
Hmm.
its mass is m. So basically this is a massless string, है ना, there is a mass m, point mass m, and we are applying a variable force on it. This force F is variable,
Hmm.
and we are applying it such that the pendulum gradually is moved like this, such that now it is at an angle theta,
Okay.
and you are told that the length of the string is L.
Hmm.
And basically, what I mean when I say it's moved gradually, that means that
Hmm.
it is moved very slowly. So velocity you can take as to be equal to zero. है ना? You can do this approximation.
Hmm.
Velocity is zero.
Okay.
So that is what gradually means. So a variable
Hmm.
force displaces m very gradually by an angle theta.
Hmm.
Then work done. Find the work done by force F. And your options are mgl cos theta, mgl cos theta minus 1, c mgl sin theta, or d mgl 1 minus cos theta. You have to find the work done by this variable force F such that all these conditions are satisfied basically.
Okay. So it always acts horizontally, right?
It always acts horizontally.
Oh, so what do we have? अच्छा work done. Okay. I have no idea. I can tell you in terms of V.
In terms of
V.
v, ओके हाँ, तो v के टर्म्स में बताना है।
Yeah, it's V square.
ओह नहीं नहीं सुनो, v के टर्म्स में बताना है मींस दैट you'd have to use the work energy theorem because v you have to basically treat as zero। v के टर्म्स में तो नहीं आया
Then it's 0.
ना ना ना, इट्स ऑप्शन में ही नहीं है जीरो तो। सी, देखो क्या हो रहा होगा। वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम क्या कहता है? वर्क डन बाय ऑल द फोर्सेस इज डेल्टा के, राइट? So work done by
Yeah.
all forces is equals to delta Ke.
Hmm.
And I've already told you we have to treat V as zero here. So this would be zero. So
Yep.
total work done by all the forces is zero. Okay,
Hmm.
that much is clear. So what are the forces that are acting on him? First would be mg downwards.
Hmm.
Another one would be tension upwards or along the string, and
Hmm.
third force would be F. That is always acting horizontal.
Yeah.
So this is always horizontal. This is
Hmm.
always vertical, and this changes the direction according to what is the theta, है ना? But basically what we can say, that tension would be perpendicular to displacement always. Agreed?
Yep.
So अगर टेंशन जो है हमेशा perpendicular है डिस्प्लेसमेंट के, वर्क डन बाय टेंशन इज इक्वल टू जीरो स्ट्रेट अवे,
Hmm.
है ना?
Yeah.
And we know work done by all the forces is zero, and there are basically
Hmm.
three forces acting on him. So work done by tension force plus work done by force F plus work done by mg is equal to zero, है ना?
Hmm.
This we know is zero.
Hmm.
So work done by force F plus work done by mg is zero.
Yep.
We want to calculate what is work done by force F, है ना? Because we don't know the value of force F, but we know
Hmm.
work done by mg, right?
Yeah.
And work done by mg ये कितना होगा? Minus mg into the height that it has rose, है ना? If I
Hmm.
consider this to be h, so this
Yeah.
minus mgh, and इसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं है।
Mm-hmm. No.
And what is h? That
Height.
would be height, right? So
Hmm.
you don't have what is h, you'd have to calculate it in terms of l and theta. ये होगा
Okay.
l minus l cos theta, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So
So MGL into
हाँ,
cos theta minus 1.
yep, mg l into 1 minus cos theta
1
with a
minus cos.
negative sign. This is this is zero.
Okay. Ah.
From here you can find out work done by force F is mgl into 1 minus cos theta. सही है?
Hmm.
D is correct.
Got it.
तो ये चीज मतलब
Okay.
जेई मेन से पूछ सकता है. दिस इज अ pretty standard question.
Got it.
And what was okay, so what was the thing that you need to take away from this question was कि gravitational work done, you can now find out how we can calculate the work done by gravity. Simply
Hmm.
the gravitational force
Hmm.
into the vertical displacement, right?
Got.
And work done by tension is zero. This is the thing
Hmm.
that you need to know from this question.
Yep.
And whenever you are said ki the body is gradually moved, then
Hmm.
you need to treat change in velocity to be almost zero or the velocity to be almost zero. It is moved very slowly. है ना?
Got it.
So these are the things that you needed to know from these questions. Up,
Okay.
there is another question. Suppose a ball of mass 5 kg is dropped vertically, है ना, through a height of 20 meters, and it gains a speed of 10 meters per second after 20 meters. Okay,
Okay.
then you'd have to find the work done by gravitational force and air friction.
It's dropped from 20 meters and it gains a speed of 10 meters per second after 20 meters.
Uh, Basically यही है कि there is a tower है ना, it is very tall tower है ना, it might be
Hmm.
of 200 meters length height.
Hmm.
बस ये इसको ये दिखाना है कि हाँ it is dropped and after 20 meters it gains the speed of 10 meters per second. So you can ignore this part basically. It's okay. You can ignore this. So a ball of mass 5 kg is dropped vertically and it gains a speed of 10 meters per second after 20 meters of displacement है ना. Find the work done by
Hmm.
gravitational force and air friction.
Why is it minus mgh?
What?
Work done by gravitation. Why not plus?
In this case,
Yeah.
you are moving the mass upward, that is against the gravitational force. So the vertical displacement is in plus y and the force is in minus y. That is why work done would be negative.
So if it's falling down, it'll be positive
Positive.
mgh.
Yep.
Okay. 1000. No, wait. 5.
1000.
Yeah, 1000 joules.
Okay.
And by air friction, it's 250 joules.
1250. Air friction positive 250 or negative 250?
Okay. Positive. Let's just. Oh, no. If it's friction, negative.
Yep. It would be always opposite to the direction of motion, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay. तो वर्क डन बाय, अब जैसे दो ही फोर्स लग रहा होगा, ग्रेविटी एंड फ्रिक्शन, राइट?
Hmm.
So work done by gravitation plus work done by friction is delta Ke.
Yep.
And okay, and initially it was zero velocity है ना.
Hmm.
So v initial is 0 and v final is 10 meters per second.
Hmm.
So half mv square
Oh.
100 square, oh sorry, 10 square minus 0 square is equals to work done by gravity plus work done by friction.
Yep.
अब okay, so
So it's
this would
minus
be,
250. No.
let's see. So 100, 50, 250 is equals to work done by gravitation plus work done by friction, and work done by gravity कितना होगा? Displacement is 20 meters downward, है ना?
Hmm.
And gravitational force downward is 50. So
50.
no.
How is 50
Force downward
mg?
is 50, है ना?
Yeah.
So work done by gravity would be 50 into 20,
Yep.
and work done by air friction. So air friction would always be opposite to the direction of
Hmm.
displacement, right? So if direction displacement is 20 meters downward, work done by friction. Okay. So let's see. Okay, ठीक है. Work done by friction. I don't know. क्योंकि force can vary, right? Initially, the
Yeah.
body would be at a lesser velocity, तो force कम लगेगा, है ना? Since
Hmm.
ये जो हम देखेंगे ना, fluid mechanics में,
Hmm.
the force, air friction का जो force होता है, that depends on the velocity of the object. Okay.
Okay.
So force variable होगा, इसलिए we won't, मतलब इसको अभी इसको ऐसे ही रहने दो. We don't know how to calculate this, right?
Hmm.
सो इसको क्या कहते हैं? वर्क डन बाय फ्रिक्शन अभी ऐसे ही रहने दो, एंड वर्क डन बाय
Got
ग्रेविटी
it.
वुड बी हाउ मच? 1000.
1000. Yep.
एंड यू नो कि टोटल जो है, चेंज टोटल वर्क डन इज 250, राइट?
Yeah.
सो यू
So
कैन
it's minus
कैलकुलेट,
750.
yep, that would be minus 750 joules.
Okay.
And this, satisfies our intuition as well कि
Hmm.
वर्क डन बाय फ्रिक्शन इज नेगेटिव, है ना?
Hmm. Got it.
ओके, फिर एक और क्वेश्चन करते हैं.
Okay.
Suppose force is now 2 I cap plus 3 J cap, and it acts on a body to displace it from 1 comma 2 to 4 comma 1. Okay, and if its initial velocity is 2 meters per second and the mass of the body is 10 kgs, find the final velocity. So this approach is a mix of two, both f dot s, and half mv square का difference, मतलब delta k. This question would use both.
Hmm. Okay.
So you can find the
Yep.
work done by the force by F dot S,
Hmm.
and that work done would be equal to delta K, because there is a single force that is acting on the body.
Yep. Got it. So 2I plus 3J. Force is scalar. Oh no. Work is vector. Okay. Is it in root?
रूट में तो might be, मतलब I haven't solved this. It might be possible it is in root. तुम्हारा क्या आंसर आ रहा है?
Root 23 by 5. Pretty sure it's wrong. One
Root
sec.
23 by 5.
Yeah, that's not possible. Work done is 3 joules, right?
3, 2, 6 and minus 3. Yeah, 3 joules.
Which is equal to half mv square. Half to 10. That's 5. 3 by 5. Yeah, it's root 23 by 5. That's the answer.
Let's see. 3 joules तो work done हो गया. Half m into v final square minus v initial square. 3 by 5 is v final square minus 4. v final square is 23 by 5. हाँ, v final is 23 by 5 under root. सही है.
Got it.
अब एक एक क्वेश्चन है that you'd have to do as a homework. इसमें क्या बोला है? f acts always such that it is tangential to the surface of the hill. What does that mean? इसके साथ एक फिगर भी दिया है. I don't know why. Okay. So this is the hill. This curvy surface.
Okay.
The height is h and the length is l, and there is a block of mass m, and the surface is rough with the coefficient of friction of nu. The mass is m, and the force is always acting tangential to the surface of the hill. And then you have to find the work done by force F if it is moved gradually.
Okay.
हाँ, ठीक है. ये करना है तुमको. दिस इज अ होमवर्क.
Is it IIT?
I think so. क्योंकि I remember solving this. मतलब might be. I won't tell you that because बोलूँगा फिर it might be possible that you won't be able to do that. अगर नहीं बताऊँगा then it's possible you would be able to do that.
Okay.
So
Fine.
अब देखो, work energy theorem हो गया. Now we deal with something known as potential energy. In work energy theorem, we never mentioned potential energy, right? energy है, work है, but still we are not talking about potential energy, so something is fishy. So potential energy के बारे में सबसे पहली चीज, it is not defined. Potential energy जैसा कुछ नहीं होता. It is not defined in physics. What is defined in physics is the change in potential energy. Absolute potential energy जैसा कुछ नहीं होता. Always the change in potential energy is defined. And what is the change in potential energy?
mgh.
No. Change in potential energy, that is delta U, and potential energy is basically represented by U most commonly, है ना? So change in potential energy, that is delta U, is defined as the negative of the work done by conservative force, by conservative forces. Okay. अब conservative forces में gravity भी आता है, there is spring force as well, there is elastic forces as well. हाँ, ये सब forces आते हैं.
Yeah.
So potential energy is not necessarily mgh. It is mgh in case of gravitational force, if there is only gravitational force. If there is gravitational force and spring force, that kind of question we'll also do again, मतलब today as well. तो उसमें पता चलेगा why potential is not only mgh, है ना? So it is defined like this. So mathematically speaking, we can write it as the change in potential energy, that is delta U, is defined as negative of work done by conservative forces, that is delta U is equals to minus WC, where WC is the conservative forces, and delta U is U final minus U initial. And okay, so what is an implication for of this, that potential energy is not defined for non-conservative forces.
Okay.
For non-conservative forces. And conservative forces, non-conservative forces, you know कि क्या होते हैं. And if there is a conservative force, then there would be a potential energy defined with according to that. With each
Okay.
conservative forces, there is a potential energy defined to each of them. So supposingly, we know gravity is a conservative force, है ना? And
Yeah.
the first instance of potential energy you told is mgh, है ना? So let's try this definition down on gravitational force. Suppose a ground है. This is the ground, not so straight. Let me correct that. Ground है, and there is a block that is at a height h1, है ना? And what will I do? I'll move this block upwards to a height h2 now. m2 नहीं, m ही है. Mass doesn't change. So what I did, it was initially at h1 height, then I moved it to h2 height. Okay. And what we say कि इसमें पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या चेंज क्या होगा? You said that mgh जो है पोटेंशियल एनर्जी होता है ग्रेविटी का, राइट? So initial potential energy was mgh1, and final potential energy is mgh2.
So mg into h2 minus h1.
हाँ, this is a change in potential energy according to what we know, है ना? Now according to the definition, what does definition say? That delta U is equals to minus work done by conservative forces, है ना? This is by definition. And
Yeah.
what are the forces that are acting here? Only gravitational force, right?
Yep.
And gravitational is a conservative force. So work done by conservative forces is work done by gravitational force in this case. And what is the work done by gravitational force? Minus mg, because the displacement is in positive y direction and force is in minus y direction. So minus mg into the displacement, that is h2 minus h1, right?
Got it.
And
Hmm.
delta u according to this would be minus wc, that is mg into h2 minus h1.
Hmm.
Now this is same as what we got from our earlier knowledge. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is 100% correct definition. This is, or this would always hold for any kind of conservative force.
Got it. Yep.
A differential form of this, you can also write it as du is equals to minus dwc, right?
Hmm.
Differential form. Or you can integrate it and write it as this,
Hmm.
and integration of du is delta u.
Yeah.
This would be equal to, and we know कि dwc क्या होता है, f dot dx, है ना?
Hmm.
Then we can write it as minus fc dot dx, where fc is conservative force.
Okay.
Yeah, so this much should be, I mean, this much you should know.
Got
This
it.
is also an important formula. Okay then, अब क्वेश्चन करते हैं.
Hmm.
Suppose you are given a conservative force जिसका वैल्यू you are given as 2x,
Hmm.
and you are told कि u at x is equals to 1 is equals to 10 joules, है ना? And you are told to find u at x is equals to 2.
Okay. 6.
6 7 है,
How?
that's 7 joule. Delta u is minus integration of f dx,
Yeah. So integration of 2x,
x
which is
square.
x minus x square, which is minus 4.
1 to 2 किया है ना, that won't be,
Oh.
0 नहीं
Okay.
है.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So 4 minus 1. Got it.
7.
Hmm.
अब ट्राई करो something a bit more interesting. fc is given to you as 3 I cap plus 4 j cap. then you are given that potential energy as 0 comma 1 was equal to 10 joules. Now you have to find potential energy as at 2 comma 3.
3i plus 4j. Okay. Is potential energy scalar? It's scalar.
Yep. Energy हमेशा स्केलर होता है of any form.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Net charge.
26?
26.
Yep.
मेरा -4 लिखा हुआ है. रुको. Let's see. Work done by conservative forces equals to delta U minus work done by conservative forces. Work done by conservative forces Fx delta x plus Fy delta y, right? Fx is
Yep.
3 into delta x is 2 plus Fy, that is 4 into delta x, that is 2.
Hmm.
This is
6
6
plus
plus
8. Oh, it's
14.
14. Yep.
14 joule ये है. So 14
So it's
minus 14
24.
is equal to U final minus U initial, that is 10. U final is equal to
Oh,
-4. Sign गड़बड़ कर दिया. What you've done.
yep. But why is it minus 14?
Delta U is minus WC, not WC.
But are we? Achha, okay.
It is the negative of the work done by conservative forces.
Hmm. Okay. -4.
So an intuition from all these question is कि जो why are we writing delta U as minus WC? Simply work done by a force, है ना? Suppose जैसे मैंने इंक्लूड किया था कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स में ग्रेविटेशन एंड स्प्रिंग फोर्स, है ना?
Hmm.
ओके, पहले चलो स्प्रिंग फोर्स आई विल डू, है ना? देन आई विल टेल यू कि देन आई विल टेल यू इन द इंट्यूशन बिहाइंड पोटेंशियल एनर्जी.
Got it.
उससे पहले वी विल डील विद ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल एनर्जी. Formally speaking, if there is a mass m1 and there is another mass m2 and the distance between them is r, then the gravitational potential energy is given as gm1 m2 by r, है ना? This is the
Hmm.
potential energy, but you won't use that uh, you would only use that in gravitation chapter.
Okay.
But
Got it.
what is important as for now is there are certain assumptions that we make कि suppose करो there is the ground, है ना?
Hmm.
We always treat, this is an you can say this is a practice that we always follow, the potential energy at ground, है ना,
Hmm.
is taken as zero usually in these type of questions, है ना?
Hmm. Okay.
Then what would be the potential energy at a height h? gravitational potential at a height h, if I raise a mass to a height h, what would be its potential energy if the mass is m?
minus mgh.
mgh होगा ना. Work done in moving it from 0 to h, that would be minus mgh, and the
Oh, so it's
potential would be,
opposite sign. Okay,
yep,
okay. Huh.
ना,
mgh. Yep.
mgh है. So there is a simple formula. कभी भी तुमसे पूछा हो what would be the potential energy of gravitational potential energy of a body, है ना,
Hmm.
such that you have assumed that the potential energy at the ground, gravitational potential energy at the ground is zero. At an height, it
Hmm.
would be mgh. Okay, so this
Got
is
it.
an important thing, and this is an important thing for gravitation chapter. But अभी याद करके there is no use to remember this at this point. So suppose करो a question on this mgh वाला formula. Suppose
Hmm.
this is the ground, है ना, and you have a
Hmm.
chain whose total mass is m and it is at a height h, है ना. This is the first scenario. Second scenario is you have the same chain, but now it is arranged vertically. This height is again h, and mass is again at m. This is the second scenario.
Hmm.
And the third scenario is the chain is on the ground. This is m. So you would have to rank the gravitational potential energy in the ascending order from the smallest to the largest.
u2 is equal to u3 is less than u1.
Is less than u1. u2 और u3 सेम होगा.
It's touching the ground.
अरे तो करंट थोड़ी ना है that it would, I mean, see, all that gravitational potential depends upon is the height of the body, right? अब इसमें देखो, in third case, height of each of these small masses also is zero, right? It is
Hmm.
touching the ground. But in
Yeah.
second scenario, only the first small mass is touching the ground. All the other masses are above the ground. They are at a height
Hmm.
h, some height, right? Not necessarily h. The topmost is at h, right?
Yeah.
So there would be some potential energy, not necessarily zero, as in case of three, right?
Okay.
थ्री में तो जीरो ही है, बट इन टू देर इज सम पोटेंशियल एनर्जी दैट इज नॉन जीरो. यू थ्री सबसे कम होगा, देन कम्स यू टू. दिस मच इज क्लियर, है ना.
Yeah. Then u1 is the biggest. Okay.
यू वन तो सबसे ज्यादा होगा ही क्योंकि ऑल द मासेस
Hmm.
आर एट हाइट एच.
Got it. Okay.
सो दिस शुड बी द ऑर्डर.
Hmm.
सो इसमें आगे व्हेन वी विल डू सेंटर ऑफ मास, व्हाट विल डू टू फाइंड द एग्जैक्ट potential energy of this mass, this would come out to be mgh by 2, because we would treat all the mass to be concentrated at the center.
Okay.
So then
Hmm.
we can, then the height would be h by 2 and
Yeah.
mass
Got
would
it.
be
Got
h.
it.
And similarly in this case also, in this case also, if we
Hmm.
assume all the mass to be at the center, height तो इसमें भी
Hmm.
zero है.
Yeah.
So इसमें भी u would be zero. That is what we get when we not know center of mass, ठीक है. And in this case also, if we assume the mass to be concentrated at the center, height is h. In this case, mgh आ जाएगा
Hmm.
potential. That is the same that we get when we are not using center of mass. तो ये चीज
Got it.
would become more clearer, है ना, as we move ahead. अब आ जाता है, हाँ, so this is an interesting question. ये तुम ट्राई करना, this is a very good question, and
Hmm.
that would help you in center of mass as well. Suppose एक chain है,
Yep.
okay, and it is arranged like this. This you can assume to be कोई rock हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Suppose this is a rock,
Hmm.
and the radius of this rock is r.
Hmm.
Then you have to find the potential energy of the chain, the gravitational potential energy of the chain. And
So do we have to use center of mass?
no,
Where is probably like, oh,
अच्छा ठीक है, center of mass. So center of mass के according at the middle, all the mass could be assumed concentrated, है ना?
hmm. So there will be
So
some angle theta.
yeah, this would be 45 degrees, है ना? So we have assumed this to be 90 degrees. Okay.
Okay, got it. Okay,
So mg into the vertical height, that would be r by root 2, right?
R by root 2. Yep.
This is not the answer. So this is wrong. That is, तुमको बहुत सोचना पड़ेगा इसमें, है ना? Take your time. और
Any
फाइनल आंसर,
options?
फाइनल आंसर ही बता देता हूँ. द फाइनल आंसर इज 2 mg r by pi.
Where did pi come from?
हो सके तो आई गेस, नहीं ठीक है, एक बार ट्राई करके देखना.
Hmm.
सो देयर इज अ, the concept that is used to solve this is known as, that would be used मतलब almost every time in all of the chapters. So that is why I think you should first try it. And अगर नहीं होता है then I'll obviously tell you, क्योंकि बहुत important चीज़ है. So the answer was 2 mg r by pi. ठीक है. So now we'll come to spring potential energy.
Oh, this is homework.
हाँ, ये homework है.
Okay. Okay.
Spring potential energy. Spring is also a conservative force. Spring force is also a conservative force. So there would be a potential energy associated with spring force.
Hmm.
अब सी assume कि initially जो है mass is such that कि ये जो spring है that is in its natural length, है ना?
Hmm.
When you pull it with some distance x1 से, यहाँ पर x1 है,
Hmm.
ठीक है? So what would be the potential energy? Potential energy मैं बता देता हूँ फॉर्मूला पहले, is half k x1 square.
Hmm.
Okay.
Got it.
अब सी, इसमें इंट्यूशन में क्या बोला था कि पोटेंशियल एनर्जी का
Hmm.
बेसिकली इंट्यूशन है क्या?
Yeah.
तो बेसिकली जैसे व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, बेसिकली सपोज तुम इसको खींच रहे हो, है ना? यू आर पुलिंग द स्प्रिंग, यू पुलिंग द
Hmm.
मास, देन व्हाट वुड हैपन? सपोज यू पुल्ड इट टू अ हाई, टू अ डिस्टेंस x1, देन यू रिलीज्ड इट,
Yeah.
देन मास वुड start moving towards left with some velocity, है ना?
Yep. Yeah.
So where did that energy come from? जो ये मूव कर रहा है,
Hmm.
basically that is stored as the potential energy. Once you pulled it, and once you stretched, pulled it to some distance x1, then the mass acquires some, the spring acquires some energy, the
Hmm.
energy that you used to pull it, that is stored as energy in the spring. And once you released it, so it started moving.
Got
So
it.
अब इसमें इंट्यूशन वाली क्या चीज थी? अब if you pull the string, pull the spring, so
Hmm.
it would have a tendency to move backwards, right? वापस नेचुरल लेंथ पे
Yeah.
जाने की कोशिश करेगा.
Yep.
But if you push it, if you compress the spring, it would again have a tendency to come back to its natural length.
Hmm.
Potential energy would always be positive in this case,
Okay.
because it would always be having a tendency to move. It would always be energetic, है ना? You'd always have to do work. Either you are compressing it or you are pulling it, है ना? Whereas in case of gravitation force, suppose तुमने ग्राउंड से तुम ऊपर लाए, है ना, एक मास को, you'd have to do some work. The potential energy बॉडी का बढ़ जाएगा. But to move from some height to ground, the change in potential energy is negative. So that means कि तुमको अगर किसी हाइट h से ग्राउंड पर जाना है ना, by the help of gravitation force, then you need not do any work. Rather, it would happen spontaneously because
Yeah.
the change in energy potential is negative. So it can happen on its own. You don't have to do work. Whereas to move it from ground to up, it won't happen automatically. You'd have to do some work because the change in potential is positive. ठीक है?
Okay.
So potential energy is an invisible form of energy, and it is imparted to the system. Okay, and that energy is stored as potential energy. तुमको इंट्यूशन मिला ना बेसिकली व्हाट वुड बी हैपनिंग,
Yeah.
व्हाई इज इट सो, व्हाई इज इट पॉजिटिव, व्हाई इज इट नेगेटिव. सो
Yeah.
अगर
Got
मैं
it.
बोलूं फाइंड द वर्क डन बाय स्प्रिंग फोर्स in stretching it from x1 to x2. So what would be the work done? अब पहले initially it was at x1, है ना? It was
Yeah.
initially stretched by some distance x1. Now you are stretching it further to x2. What would be the work done?
Half
Work,
k
हाँ बोलो.
into x2 square minus x1 square.
हाँ, correct. This is correct. अगर तुमको बिल्कुल फंडामेंटल से निकालना होता, सपोज फ्रॉम आर एफ डॉट डी एक्स मेथड,
Okay.
क्योंकि सपोज करो इनिशियली एक्स वन पर था, है ना,
Hmm.
सपोज एक्स वन यहाँ है एंड एक्स टू यहाँ है.
Yeah.
से यू आर इन समवेयर मिडल, तुम किसी एक्स डिस्टेंस पर हो एंड यू हैव टू मूव इट फ्रॉम एक्स टू डी एक्स, एक्स प्लस डी एक्स, यू हैव टू मूव इट a dx distance. The work
Yeah.
done in doing so would be dw, and that
Yep.
would be minus kx dx,
Yeah.
because force would be पीछे and your displacement is आगे. X dx is the displacement, and minus kx is the force. So total work done moving it from x1 to x2 would be integration of this minus kx dx, x1 to x2.
Yep.
Okay, हाँ, and this would be half kx square from x1 to x2.
Got
Now
it.
this is minus half k x2 square minus x1 square, and what we found out was half k x2 square minus x1 square. There was no negative sign.
Yeah.
So what is this? This is a work that you would have to do to pull it from x1 to x2, right?
Okay. Huh.
And what is this?
Yeah.
Minus k x2 square minus x1 square. This is the work done by the spring.
Got it.
क्योंकि स्प्रिंग अगर कंप्रेस होगा, द फोर्स इज ऑलवेज नेगेटिव एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज आगे, है ना?
Huh.
So the work done would be negative, and this is complementing it. This is supporting it. By
Got it.
but the work that you would have to do in pulling it from x1 to x2 would be this, है ना? You'd have to do positive
Yeah.
work. Negative work तो नहीं करोगे.
Hmm.
So this is the difference between these two, and that you should remember. ठीक है?
Okay.
And the important point about this, हाँ तो suppose करो initially x1 is 0 hota,
Hmm.
if x1 was 0, then what would have been the work done in pulling it from 0 to x2? Half k x2 square.
Hmm. Yeah.
And x2 छोड़ो तुम x ही ले लो, that would have been x square, half k x square if x2 was equal to x. So
Yeah.
this in general tells you कि if you have to pull a spring or stretch a spring from its natural length to some distance x, the work done in doing so is half k x square. You would have to do this much work to pull a spring,
Hmm.
है ना? And there is a convention that we use, जैसे gravitation के case में ground we used to treat as potential energy zero.
Yep.
So for spring, what we treat, that if the spring is in its natural length, if the spring is in its natural length, then in that case the potential energy is treated as zero. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
And अब जैसे चेंज इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी अगर हमें निकालना होता, डेल्टा यू वुड हैव बीन इक्वल टू हाफ के x2 स्क्वायर माइनस x1 स्क्वायर
Hmm.
इज u2 माइनस u1, है ना?
Yeah.
And suppose x1 I treat as 0, that is the spring is in its natural length. So u2
Yeah.
would have been equal to half k x2 square, or u would have been equal to half k x square.
Hmm.
ये तो
Yep.
फॉर्मूला आ गया that we have derived now. And
Got it.
what is this कि अगर suppose करो x negative होता, suppose x is negative, that means that you are compressing the spring.
Hmm.
Then also u is positive,
Yep.
that means you would have to do work, है ना, in compressing the spring. And if
Hmm.
x is positive, then u is also positive, then also u is positive, right? So that means
Yeah.
तुमको अगर spring को stretch करना है, then also you would have to do work. So
Hmm.
this is supporting our intuition.
Got it.
अब सपोज करो, हाँ अभी तक कोई डाउट तो नहीं है?
No.
ओके, सपोज एक स्प्रिंग मास सिस्टम दिया है such that the spring constant k is 100 newtons per meter. There is a mass attached with it,
Hmm.
and you are said ki find the work done by spring force in stretching it from x is equals to 1 to x is equals to 2. यानी कि इसको पहले x is equals to 1 पर रखा था, then you pulled it from here to x is equals to 2, and you can assume this to be x is equals to 0. What would be the work done by
Okay.
spring force in stretching it from this?
Minus 150.
-150. Let's see, देखता हूँ. So work done would have been equal to half K. The change in basically the work done by spring would be negative of the change in potential energy, है ना? And the
Yeah.
potential energy we know half K x square. Half K
Hmm.
x2 square minus x1 square का negative would be the work done by spring.
Hmm.
This is minus half into 100 into x2 यानी 4 minus 1. 3 by 2 of 100. Okay, हाँ, minus 150 joules. सही है. Okay.
Got it.
अब एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं आज के लिए. मैं जल्दी खत्म कर रहा हूँ
Hmm.
क्योंकि फिर अब नेक्स्ट क्लास में पूरा ही फिर अब वर्क पावर एनर्जी खत्म कर देंगे.
Okay.
सपोज ये मास m है ना इनिशियली, और इनिशियली जो है स्प्रिंग अपने नेचुरल लेंथ पर था. देन व्हाट हैपेंस, सिंस ग्रेविटेशन उसको पुल करेगा, समथिंग लाइक दिस वुड हैपन. कुछ हमको x डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा स्प्रिंग का, एंड द
Hmm.
मास वुड कम एट एन इक्विलिब्रियम.
Yeah.
सो व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ मास ड्यू टू स्प्रिंग? और मतलब ये तो नहीं पूछना चाहिए मेरे को, व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ द स्प्रिंग?
What's the difference?
Potential energy of the mass would also include the potential energy due to gravity.
So
And
just add the grav.
हाँ, हाइट,
Oh,
ग्राउंड से हाइट
height
नहीं
नहीं
पता ना.
पता. Okay.
And u of the spring would only comprise of the uh, stretching of the spring. It won't include
Hmm.
gravity because it is essentially massless.
So half k x square. That's the answer.
What is x?
The distance it traveled.
हाँ, so that you would also have to find out. If supposingly
Like
the spring constant is k, you would have to find the final answer in terms of k m only.
k only.
K and m.
K and m. Okay. M
So there
constant.
would be no x. This essentially combines NLM and WP.
Half into m square g square by k.
हाँ सही है. एक बारी तुमको एक और वो चीज बता देता हूँ, है ना, वो सेंटर ऑफ मास में भी हेल्प आएगा. Essentially
Okay.
that would help you to do that question that I gave you as homework.
Hmm.
जैसे क्या होता है, there is a concept known as dm mass. अब to take an example, let's consider that question only.
हम्म
अब क्या है कि जैसे मैंने क्या बोला था उसमें, आई ड्रॉ इट करेक्टली ना हमारे को, सर्कल सर्कल सर्कल, ये तो पूरा ही मिट जाएगा. एनीवेज, लेट्स सी. ऐसे रखा हुआ था मास, चेन मतलब.
हम्म
दिस वाज आर. अब बेसिकली इसमें पोटेंशियल एनर्जी क्या होगा इफ यू थिंक इंट्यूटिवली. हर मास, हर छोटा मास, सपोज दिस इज m1, है ना, इसका
हम्म
मास m1 है छोटे से का, m1g into the height, this height suppose this is h1, would be the potential energy of this mass m1, है ना.
यप
ऐसे ही हर एक छोटा छोटा मास times the gravity, acceleration due to gravity, times the height
हम्म
at which it is, that would be the
हम्म
potential energy, है ना. If we add all of those together, we would get the total potential energy of the chain, right?
यप
Suppose, how do we do that? अब to do that, what we do, we consider an arbitrary mass, है ना, on this chain. Suppose मैं क्या करता हूँ, इसमें थीटा एंगल जाता हूँ यहाँ से, है ना,
हम्म
and I select a mass. Suppose I select this mass, छोटा सा.
या
This mass is dm.
हम्म
What would be the potential energy of this mass? U of dm. That would be dm into g into the height.
या
What would be this height? This is r. This would be r sine theta.
हाउ इज इट आर
ये तो रेडियस है ना. अच्छा रुको, लेट्स सी, इसको मैं दोबारा बनाता हूँ.
ओ आर साइन थीटा
हाँ, रुको.
ओके
ये है,
ओ या इट्स आर साइन थीटा ओके गॉट इट
तो मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, जैसे यहाँ पे मैंने मास लिया dm, स्मॉल मास dm, such that this angle is theta. Okay, the height at which this mass is situated would be r sine theta, because this is r, है ना. And the potential energy of this small mass dm would be dmg r sine theta.
यप
And what I told you कि सारा total energy, total potential energy find करने के लिए you would have to add all these small dm masses, है ना, at all thetas. So that basically means the total potential energy would be the integration of all this,
या
है ना. अच्छा, अब we can write this integration as g r sine theta dm, the integration, है ना. अब how would we integrate? We have theta and we have dm. That doesn't make any sense, right?
या
We cannot integrate like this because there
यप
would be a theta m dependence, something like that.
या
So how would we resolve that? अब ऐसा देखना, what we have necessarily, we have this dm mass, है ना, at an angle theta. So this is not a point mass. This would be substituting a small d theta at the center, right?
यप
Suppose ये इतना mass है ना. This would be substituting some d theta angle,
या
and what would be the mass, this dm mass, this would be the mass per unit length of the chain times this length,
Yep.
है ना. सपोज यही था, मेरे पास चेन है 5 मीटर लेंथ का, एंड द मास इज 5 kgs, and if I
Yeah.
tell you what would be the mass of half meter length, that would be equal to half kgs, right? How
Yep.
do we do that? We first calculate the mass per unit length and we multiply it with the length that we are interested in it. ठीक है.
Yeah.
Same thing here. The total mass is m, है ना. And suppose I say कि हाँ, the total mass is m and we are not given what is the length. How would we first find the length? Length would be equal to pi by 2r, right?
Yeah.
है ना. So what would be the mass per unit length? That would be m by pi r. This is mass per unit length.
Won't it be 2m by pi r?
2m कैसे होगा?
2 ऊपर चले गया.
Oh sorry, हाँ, sorry, yes, my mistake. 2m by pi r हो गया.
Yeah.
And what would be this mass? dm. उस dm mass find करने के लिए we know the mass per unit length. What would be the length of this portion? That would be r d theta, right?
Yeah. Yep.
है ना. ये मैंने पढ़ाया था मैथमेटिकल प्रिलिमिनरीज में. So we can write dm to be equal to mass per unit length times the length, that is r d theta, right? Now if we substitute dm into u, what we'll get? gr sine theta into 2m by pi r into r d theta. r से r कट
Yeah.
गया, and m, r, g, all these are constant, and pi as well.
Yep.
So they would come out of the integration, and this would be sine theta d theta. And theta we know would run from 0 to pi by 2.
Yep.
So this would be 2 mgr by pi. Sine theta का integration is minus
Cos
cos
theta.
theta, minus
हाँ
cos
सर
theta,
minus cos theta. Yeah.
0 to pi by 2. This would be 2 mgr by pi times 0 minus, sorry, minus 0 plus 1, right? So this would be 2 mgr by pi. This is the total potential energy.
Okay.
Nice.
Got it.
So इसमें important था ये dm mass वाला concept.
Yep.
How you convert this integration into an integral that you can find out, right? ये चीज center of mass में would be very useful and you would be using it very frequently. तो मैं सोचा अभी introduce कर देता हूँ, then it would be easier later on. ठीक है.
Got it.
So अभी तक कोई डाउट तुमको पूरे इसमें?
No, no doubt.
और फिर अगली क्लास में पूरा ही खत्म कर दूंगा. There is hardly one more class that would be required in completing all of this. ठीक है.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
So next week
Next
फिर
class.
How about Friday 19?
Friday. Okay.
हाँ,
कितने
फ्राइडे
बजे?
नहीं तो सैटरडे बताओ. फ्राइडे को तो मेरी भी क्विज है.
Saturday. Saturday what time? Morning?
हाँ, मॉर्निंग रख लेते हैं.
Okay.
ओके.
Yeah, morning should be fine.
सो उसी में मैं आई गेस जितना भी रिक्वायर्ड होगा, 2 नहीं तो 2.5 नहीं तो एट मैक्स 3 आवर्स का क्लास, उससे ज़्यादा नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, खत्म कर देंगे पूरा वर्क फॉर एनर्जी. ओके.
Okay. Got it.
और
Okay.
फिर उसके बाद यू कैन डू इट ऑल द क्वेश्चंस आउट एट योर ओन पेस. और अगर तुमको डाउट डिस्कस करना है तो बता देना. सैटरडे को ही कर लेंगे, नहीं तो संडे को कर लेंगे. ठीक है.
ठीक है. Got it. Okay, fine.
ओके फिर.
See you.
हाँ.
Thank you.
हम्म,
Bye.
yep.